Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Music Den. I'm your host, Armando Venditti. Hoping you guys are having a good day, and above all else, that you are indeed looking after yourselves and one another. Today, ladies and gentlemen, before I get into the topic of what we hope to be another fantastic, informative, exciting show, well, hold off on the exciting part. I want to welcome back to the channel Mr. Bill Schuster. How's it going, Bill?
Doing wonderful, Armando. Glad to be back again.
Glad to have you back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Tripping Through the 70s. Uh, we have each picked five songs from the years 1970 to 1979. Five hit songs that we remember, plus two honorable mentions. And I gotta tell you, going through this list and going back through my memories of these songs, it's been, for me, fantastic. Sometimes a little emotional, can't lie. But you know what? That's what music does to most people, or it should do to you, you know. So, again, how was this list for you, Bill? Just
A lot of fun, actually, but the deeper we get into the 70s, the more difficult it's getting for me.
yes,
Narrow
yes,
down the selections.
yes. I get that. I get that 1,000%. 1,000%. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are at 1975. Fantastic year. You know, aside from The Hustle coming out as a single. Um, Love me some Van McCoy, but what were we thinking at the time, back then? Anyways,
Thanks. Now it's in my
uh,
head.
massive hit. We had the single, believe me. Anyways, I will pass the virtual mic over to Bill, so he can give us his first pick for 1975. Take it away, Bill.
Thank you, sir. All right, this one is kind of in my normal wheelhouse. This isn't really one of those one-hit wonders. A lot of the type that we've often been talking about in this series so far. This is one of my all-time favorite bands. In fact, we just did a an episode featuring my review of Jeff Lynne's ELO in concert. This is the Electric Light Orchestra with a song from El Dorado called "Can't Get It Out of My Head," which yes, Jeff did perform live with his current version of the band, and it
Perfect.
was quite good. And yeah, this is just one of those timeless classic songs. This I really think of it more as a classic rock song than a pop chart song, but it was one of the top 100 Billboard songs of that year. So
Mm-hmm.
kind of surprised me actually that it ranked that high. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I feel like floating away on a wave's chicane right now. That's
Oh,
chicane, folks, not she came.
yeah,
Check the lyrics.
yeah, yeah,
Many of us have been fooled for years.
yeah. And this is a family show, you see. We gotta be careful, Now we should do a blooper reel. That'd be hilarious. Anyways, that's a good one. It's a good one. Um, and his vocals are very soothing.
Yes,
When midnight on the water, mm, mm.
very fantastical. Talking about I saw the Ocean's Daughter, just like a modern fairy tale.
Oh yeah, yeah, just amazing. All right, it's a good pick. My first pick for 1975. I'm gonna shake our asses just a little bit here. One of these nights, Eagles. Uh, Beautiful track, beautiful arrangement. With the bass that comes in, uh, and with the drums, and then the guitars come in. It just slowly builds and then kicks into Don Henley coming in, and the harmony vocals done by Randy Meisner and oh my God, Bernie Leiden. My God, just amazing, amazing. And yeah, it had a bit of a disco feel to it, you know, uh, but a killer guitar solo on that track. Just amazing. So yeah, that's my first one. One of these nights, Eagles.
Very nice. Yeah,
My number
that's
five, I should say.
one of those classics from that was also featured on one of the all-time greatest selling albums, Eagles' Greatest Hits, 71 to 75.
Yeah,
That's yeah,
yeah, that's yeah,
I could
major.
have pretty well picked any song that was eligible for this countdown off of that album.
Yeah, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you can get the Eagles Grace Hits 1 and 2 on a double disc set that they have re-released. So, which I just found out. Like 2017, they put both volumes 1 and 2 on the same, uh, like in the package. It's a good deal. You can get it for like 25 bucks. Well worth it. It's well
Or
worth
you
it.
just go all out and get their original 6 albums.
Which I do have, by the way. Yes, I do. Okay. All right. You're number four.
My number four. All right, I'm things are gonna get a little bit bloody. Oh, Alice Cooper. This is the first solo album from Alice Cooper the man, as opposed to Alice Cooper the band.
Mhm.
And Only Women Bleed was a big controversial hit at this time. Some people thought it was misogynistic, and I think those people were very clearly missing the point
I had to re
because the
listen to the
lyrics of this
lyrics.
song, yeah, it very much is in support of women who are mistreated by men in particular.
Hmm.
It's everything but misogynistic. So yeah, it's a pretty intense song. It's quite lovely too, and then it rocks out. It has some disturbing lyrics, black eyes all of the time. Don't spend a dime, clean up this grime, you there, down on your knees, begging to please come watch me bleed. I mean, that's pretty intense lyrics for a pop hit in 1975.
Yeah.
So it's no wonder it was controversial, but it's a damn fine song.
Very, yeah. A lot of layers to it. Very dramatic in spots and it builds, a lot of tension building in the arrangements.
Yes, thank you, Bob Ezrin.
Yes. Yes. No, it's a fantastic one. Fantastic track. My number four is Only Women Bleed,
Nice.
from Alice Cooper. All that Bill said, basically. Yeah, the lyrics are pretty intense, and it's not misogynistic at all. It's basically he's basically saying there are there are women out there that take all form of crap from their spouses, and they don't do anything about it. They just take it because they feel they have to. And he's basically saying you don't have to, you know. Um, And yeah, no, it's a fantastic piece of work. And I do remember reading that they had to for the single version, I do believe that they had to change the opening lyric. Um, one word in the lyric. Uh, take his seed or
Yeah,
to take his need, you know. So they had to change seed to need for sensors and for radio and stuff. It was
that's correct.
75, but still.
Yeah, very different era.
Yeah. All right. Your next one. Number
All
three.
right. Well, my next one, you said fantastic many times in your opening statements. And well, here's Captain Fantastic by Elton John. His
Bill's
great
gonna do
album.
aerobics, ladies and gentlemen, when he
Yeah,
won't
I'm
be
going to
here.
hurt myself. Yeah, his album from 1975, Captain Fantastic, the Brown Dirt Cowboy, featured a huge hit called Someone Saved My Life Tonight. And that is my number three. Bernie Taupin wrote the lyrics based on Elton John almost getting married to a woman and him being saved from that marriage, essentially, because it would have been a horrific mistake.
Yeah.
And he knew it. And it's a gorgeous song, though. It's one of Elton's best and one of Bernie's best lyrics. Very evocative. Just um, butterflies are free to fly, fly away, highway, bye, bye. Ooh. And yes, the arrangements, as you mentioned for uh, the Alice Cooper song, very important here also. This
Hmm.
is kind of a big production for a single, and it's kind of lengthy for a single as well,
Yep.
but it's worth every second.
He's referring to Long John Baldry, I think.
I think you're right. I'd actually forgotten specifically who it was that saved his life and
I,
talked
th
about it. But yeah, I think you
I
are
think
right.
it was Long John Baldry, because Baldry was saying, "What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You're not going to be happy. What are you doing with your life like this? It's not right." Um, I get that. I understand that. All right, my number three. This is a toss-up, but you know what? I'm going to go with this. Minnie Riperton with "Loving You."
Stacy just cringed. I love it, but
No, yeah, I think that just this was her major hit. I just think that the vocal dynamics on this track I mean, the arrangement is very, I don't want to say simplistic, but simplistic is not the word. It screams innocence in the arrangement. But her vocal, whoo, when she does that final line on she does it on the inhale, when she comes down. Um, Quick story, I had a friend in Toronto that is a singer, Troy Adams, and he could do that last line, that inhale, that descending line that comes down. But he told me how he does it. He says she did it on the inhale. So she breathed in and then she did it, right? So we were sitting there one night um, with a group of people, having a coffee on benches outside the coffee shop, and he did it. And people got so scared they ran because he did it so loud. And he did it pitch perfect. He did, and was, I almost peed myself. I was laughing so hard. But anyways, I love the song. I love the idea of the song. I love the arrangement. I'm sorry, Stacy, that you're cringing, but it is my number three.
it's literally painful for Stacy when she hits those notes. I think it has to do with her lupus. It, those certain sounds like that really
Yeah,
get her. Minnie Riperton, absolutely. Same thing with certain Mariah Carey songs.
yeah,
It's like she practically has to leave the room. So yeah,
yeah,
should
no,
be a warning for people sensitive to high notes. Also, get your dogs out of the room.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
it's a
know.
great song, though. I
No, it's
agree.
true. It's true. You're right. Um, yeah. No, yeah, I mean, it's classic 1975. You know what I mean? American Bandstand all the way. But all right, your next one, your number two.
All right, this is Michael Martin Murphy and a song called Wildfire. Wow, this is another one of those that just never gets old. I have to stop and sing it every time it comes on one of my playlists. No matter where I'm at, it's everything stops when this song comes on. I get into the story about this woman and her horse, her pony named Wildfire, and they were both lost in a blizzard. It's a pretty simple story, but sad and powerful.
You're emotional about it.
Oh yeah, I mean it's an emotional song. She was obviously very tied to her pony Wildfire. I mean, she literally went out into a blizzard and died searching for Wildfire. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's definitely a tragic tale there, but it's so beautifully done.
yeah,
It starts out with that very slow little piano bit, and then it gets in it. It's just a pretty mellow song, but the intensity really ramps up when the story goes along and you get into the chorus. We're calling wild.
mm, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just wondering, how in the hell did these musicians get through doing a take, recording the vocals for the stuff? Because I mean, if it's that emotional. in terms of and sad. I mean, I I wouldn't be able to do it. I get very tied up and stuff like that. I get wrapped up in that kind of stuff. I couldn't do it myself.
Maybe he'd heard the song so many times and sung it so many times by the point he recorded it that he was able to be
Distance.
immune to it.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's a good one. It's a good one. Um, Number two for me is, oh, you know what? We're gonna go with this. Okay, I'm not in love, 10cc. Just if um, anyone out there is familiar with the album, the original soundtrack, it starts off with side one starts off with Une nuit à Paris, One Night in Paris, 8 minute plus epic that a certain individual, I won't mention names, Jim Bricker, feels that it, it's too much for him to listen to. That he can't, like, I'm paraphrasing, but he had a hard time getting into this track, and he kind of felt that uh the band members thought that they were, too good, kind of thing in terms of recording. It's a beautiful, elaborate, Edith Piaf tinged track, but I'm Not in Love is track two on side A. Just beautiful textures of synths and, drum machine used and ethereal vocals that come in. Uh, it was a monster hit for the band. And Godley and Creme would follow up with the band on one more album, and then they would leave in late in '76. But this song was all over the radio, and uh, very it's a very tranquil piece. You're not going to get any jarring, like uh, how can I put this? High pitched harmony vocals. It just kind of carries you along on a trip kind of thing, and you just close your eyes and you're gone. Right? It's very beautiful,
It's kind of ethereal that
very
especially
ethereal.
the background vocals.
Yeah, even when they lower the pitch of the vocals too, um, on parts. Yeah, it's just beautifully done, well constructed.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
although Freddie Mercury did in an interview in '77 call out 10cc for using tapes on stage. Um, but we won't get into that. I still love you, Freddie. It's like, he did it very sly. It's like, but fantastic track, my number two. Yeah.
Yes, it is. I've always appreciated the lyric too with the narrator. Actually, you know full well he's lying to himself and everyone else. He absolutely is in love,
Yeah.
obvious.
Yeah.
So it was a clever little lyrical trick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, great song.
Yeah. It's the classic methinks thou dost protest too much, you know, of not being in love kind of a thing, right? But all right, your number one.
All right, my number one. Wow, if we thought Wildfire was emotional. Whew. Okay, let me steel myself.
Let me guess. Run, Joy, Run by David Geddes. Oh, never
No,
mind.
but I love that song.
Oh, good. Okay.
That's a classic teenage death song. But that's a yeah, not here. That's not the one. Daddy, please don't. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah. I'm going to
All
get
right.
married. Just you wait and see. Okay, go on.
This one is by that bastard Harry Chapin. You know what song it is? It's Cats in the Cradle. Ah,
Stop. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Oh my God.
yeah. I mean, it's about a father and a son, but it could be about mothers, daughters,
Could
whoever,
be
the
anybody.
parents
Yeah.
and kids. But yeah, I think
Jesus.
that the
Yeah.
nursery rhyme chorus was kind of there as a bit of nonsense and catchiness to help you recover from the brutal verses.
Yeah. Jesus.
Uh,
Yeah.
as a well, I mean, I grew up thinking of my dad.
You gonna be okay?
Yep. That's why this song is number one, because Harry Chapin, the late Harry Chapin, was an asshole, a
Yeah.
brilliant asshole.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, any man out there who has even remotely not a cold dead fish inside will be responding to this song if they've.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have also heard it as a father over the last 2.5 decades, so that's a whole different. Yeah. Yeah, anybody who has ever questioned uh, their relationship, how good they do as a parent or as a child, and this song is rough. I think everybody knows the song. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to sing those verses,
No, no. Or
but yeah.
anyone, or sorry, anyone out there who believes that they are a good father, talk to your kids. See if they have the same memories that you do. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
And mind you, I was smack talking Harry, but Harry really was a brilliant artist, and he had a
Yeah.
lot of great songs and albums well beyond this. This just
Yeah.
happened to be the big hit that he's known for.
Yeah.
It was a well-deserved hit. It's a
Yeah.
timeless song with a timeless message that is sometimes a little painful for us.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree 100%. All right, enough of the emotional roller coaster that we're going
Yeah,
on here.
let's get something goofy.
Uh, my number one, Dance with Me from Orleans.
Nice.
Just a beautiful acoustic bass number, acoustic guitar bass number, countrified, if you know what I mean, but a brilliantly written and crafted track. Just with the guy saying, just be with me, stay with me. I just want to be with you. Never mind what we've done before. Never mind what people are saying about you and I, or about me, or about you being with me. Just be with me. Please be with me. And the harmonies on this are just amazing on the chorus. And then when he, on that final end of the chorus, when I forget the lead vocalist's name right now, it escapes me, but when he does that final, I can take you anywhere you want to go, and he soars, it is brilliant. It is fucking brilliant. I've said it before, a well-crafted song is a well-crafted song. Pop, rock, or Sesame Street, I don't give a shit. But this is a well-crafted pop song. And I mean, they would, a year later they would skirt up with Still the One. But I don't want to scratch your itch. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't want to do that. So, um, but for 75, they hit the nail on the head with Dance with Me. I think it's brilliant. Yeah, that's my number one.
Night is falling and I'm calling, dance with me. Oh yeah. Yep, I love it. Absolutely love it.
Just it builds in dynamics in terms of the vocals, like the harmonies, the layers of the harmonies, and just how it builds and builds and builds, and then it soars, like it just fucking goes, and you're like, what am I hearing here? Like this is,
It was
and it
cool.
was it was him, the lead singer, and his wife who co-wrote it with him, who wrote the lyrics. She came up with the title, and he took that and because he was writing the piece, and she's like, "How about dance with me?" And he's like, "I like that. Work with me. Let's do it." It was like a John and Michelle Phillips kind of thing with California Dreamin', but they're no longer together. But that's another issue altogether. So all right,
Yeah, that I can't think of his name either. It's driving me crazy. I used to own the record, but I no longer do.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm going to call an audible on my honorables because you've already mentioned to him. My number six was going to be Dance with Me.
Oh
And my
my
number
God.
seven was going to be I'm Not in Love, but
Oh
I'm just
my
for the sake of
God. Okay.
variety,
Okay.
we're going
Okay.
to switch it up. I'm
Okay.
going to go to my list. My first honorable mention is going to be what I believe was the biggest hit of the year, Captain and Tennille with Love Will Keep Us Together. Just a big, fun, goofy ass song that
Hmm.
just that's one of those that we can sing it here at home. Stacy loves singing it. It's a great duet type song, but uh,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a hit for a reason. It's catchy as can be.
Yeah. It's, yeah. No, I mean, a good hook is a good hook, you
Yes, and
know?
this is loaded with them.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. No, it's great.
So yeah, Captain and
Um,
Tennille for my first honorable.
yeah.
Now I got to write down that I actually changed that
Exactly. Okay. My
just for my
first
records.
my first honorable mention, we're gonna get a little down and dirty here. Lady Marmalade with LaBelle.
Oh yeah,
Oh God. It is funky. It is down and dirty. It is sex in 3.5 minutes to 4 minutes. It's like yeah. Patti LaBelle, Nona Hendrix. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Like it's just a good slab of R&B and funk, for 75. And uh LaBelle went out there. I mean, they were unique, with their outfits and yeah, Lil Kim and Pink and what was her name? Other
Maya
Maya and
and
Christina
Christina Aguilera.
Aguilera did that cover in 2001 for the Moulin Rouge soundtrack. Get the Thunderpuss 2000 remix of the remake of Lady in the Marmalade. It's amazing. I have it somewhere in the house. But um the original is always the original. It's the best.
Yeah, I agree.
Um and
And
yeah, I mean, you know what? Sometimes you just got to get a little down and dirty.
and voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir might be some of the only French words that many people know.
Hmm.
Can translate them quite clearly.
And it roughly translates to "Will you sleep with me tonight?" You know, it is what it is. A good song is a good song. So that's my first honorable mention. What's your last one?
All right. Well, that was
Okay.
one of my considerations for my replacement. So I'll go a different direction, and I'm gonna go with a somewhat atypical song for one of my favorite country rock bands, the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, with Jackie Blue. If you know the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, beyond their basically two hits, this and If You Want to Get to Heaven, uh, then you know that they're very eclectic, and there is no one song that could possibly represent them. They had multiple singers and songwriters, and so people who bought, the album based on Jackie Blue, It'll Shine When It Shines. It was their second album. They might have been a little surprised when they heard the whole thing, and some of this corn pone hillbilly redneck stuff was thrown in all over the place too. Bit of that harmonica. But Jackie Blue though is anything but a country type
Yeah.
mountain
Yeah.
song. It's a smooth, soulful pop song
Yeah.
with a great vocal. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, my voice is trash today, so I'm not even going to
No,
try
you're
to.
doing pretty good. You're doing pretty good.
But
I
yeah,
don't want to
Jackie
know what
Blue.
part of your stuff you grabbed to reach that note, but so no, you're
Yeah,
doing good. That's a good
it's
one.
kind of a low smoky vocal, but it goes high almost simultaneously. It's a
Yeah.
weird kind of vocal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
No,
very well done. I recommend going well beyond this song, but as I said, I'm a fan of the band, so
no, it's a good one. That's a good one. And that showed up on many 70s compilations in the mid 90s
yeah,
on
it
CD.
definitely
Yeah.
was on the K-Tel compilations back in the '70s too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, those bloody K-Tel compilations. Ooh, okay. My last honorable mention is I'm not pulling an audible. An audible. Cats in the Cradle, Harry Chapin. I was just listening to it before we started taping, and that's why I got emotional, a little bit emotional when you were talking about it. I'm like, oh, here we go. But it's a lesson song because if for anyone out there who is a parent or is responsible for children, either even a guardian, raising someone, raising your niece or nephew or whatever, and you think that you have all the time in the world, that you can put off spending time with your kids, you don't. You really don't. And this song is that lesson because eventually it catches up to you
Yeah,
big
it
time,
goes full circle.
big time. So yeah, Bill mentioned everything else about the song. That's fantastic. Unfortunately, we lost Harry Chapin in a automobile accident in the early 80s. But he had a he had a boatload of hits. Like God, my God. But yeah, that's my last honorable mention. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Tripping through the 70s, 1975. Um, please put down the comments below, um, down there, your picks for top five hits or top two hits or top 10 hits or a couple of honorable mentions. Can't even talk today. One coffee and I can't talk. Um, there are no right or wrong answers. Again, just opinions. Let us know. We're enjoying this set of episodes that we're bringing to you. I am, and I know you are. I can tell that Bill is too, because he's like me. He gets emotional, like when he talks about. He's a lyric person. Lyrics
Definitely.
mean a lot to him, and they cut deep, and they do to me too. And these songs that we're talking about have that in them, have that quality in them. So. Again, please click like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep yourselves on top of any new content we've got coming up. And we will be back with Tripping Through the 70s, 1976. All right. Have a good day. Look after yourselves. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.